Welcome to Linga Island.
Yeah.
Alright guys, welcome back to Year 4 Sem 1 of Mod Review. We are all the way in Linga Island in Indonesia. So yes, this semester we did just basically about 2 modules, BT4103 and BT4013, and also the GN, which is continuation. I'll talk a little bit more about that on the boat. But yeah, I've also been part-time interning at Sephora. That's been pretty much a pretty good experience, I'll say. Yeah, catch you all back on the boat. Alright guys, you all may be wondering why the hell am I on the boat? So, because I signed up for this NUS Sailing, NUS SOC, School of Computing, NUS Steer, NUS CCPGP? I'm probably butchering the name, but it's a little trip around the equator, around some Indonesian islands, and we're here for 11 days. So yeah, they have 2 trips so far, one in May and one this time last year in December. And my friend Tsingwei went on the trip last year December, and she was like, yo, you know what, you should go for it. And I thought, why the hell not? This is a crazy opportunity. So yeah, I think it's spearheaded by Professor Martin Hines as well as our captain, Captain Blake, Warren Blake. So it's quite an incredible experience, quite crazy, really not for the faint-hearted. Okay, this is like 11 days on a boat. Alright, so now we're back on the ship, and let's talk about BT4103 first. If I'm not wrong, 4103 is Capstone. So yeah, Capstone being an 8MC module, I'll say you might be doing 8 MCs or worth of work, or maybe perhaps 12 MCs, really depends on your group mates. Very important to find good group mates, and also every semester the flavor of the month for projects always changes. So for example, my semester, it was all about chatbots and LLMs, so it was like all the rage. And I think a year ago it was mostly like data lakes and maybe some even front-end engineering and like full stack, but I think the school doesn't really want students or groups to do that anymore. But I don't know, maybe next semester it'll be more chatbots again and more like large language models. Quite chill. I think it's really again dependent on professor to professor. You don't get to choose what professor you get. You get randomly allocated. Some professors prefer to meet you often. Some have like presentations where they want you to wear formal. Some don't want you to wear formal. It's also really dependent on the client you're having. So it'll be great if you can maybe search and find your own clients, and if you have a project with your ex-internship company, I think that's great. And I know that some government agencies are also very willing to help people out, like LTA. We almost did a project with them, and I guess you can also do projects with a professor as well. Yeah, so I'll say my capstone group was pretty good. Like, just have to be as consistent as possible. You have a mid-internship presentation, final internship presentation. You got a final presentation report as well. In between, some like submissions. I think about it for capstone. Next, we have BT4013. So that's, I think, one of the time series modules that you can use for financial spec as well as machine learning spec. I'll say it's pretty comprehensive. I didn't know time series was actually, you could actually squeeze like 13 weeks of work in it. That's really quite eye-opening. It's really hard. I think really mathematically like heavy. Codes in R. For BT4013, you have to do your homeworks in pairs, so make sure to find a pair up for that. Yeah, and there's like nano quizzes every now and then. But I think they're good. They're good to reinforce the knowledge on things like ARMA, ARIMA, MA, SARIMA, backtesting, that kind of stuff. And what's great about it is that if you take this module, I guess early, you can maybe apply it for other modules like BT42222, because I know BT422 do. There's also like time series like projects as well. So maybe you can apply whatever you learn from this module on to other modules. But I would say that's the same thing for most machine learning modules as well. And lastly, we have GN2070. It's the Comlink family module. I'm not sure if I covered this in a previous mod review, but it's a 1 year long GN module. So would I recommend it? I think as long as you have a compassion and you just really try your best and like keep an open mind, I think everything is all good. Organizationally, I think it's a bit tough because sometimes some families are very different, and the service officer that you're working with is also very different. So I think that's something to take note. So your mileage will vary quite a lot. Yeah. So other than that, I had a really pleasant internship as well. I did a part-time internship, so with Sephora, learned quite a bit. I think finally in like a big company is quite eye-opening. I think I think everybody should have an experience in working in an SME or like a startup and also a big company, because huge differences in terms of working culture, working style, and just in general how things operate. Yeah, so I'm grateful for my time at Sephora. Love it. I didn't vlog anything because it was a big corporation. So yeah, I think that's about it for this semester. We're on a boat right now. That's crazy. Take a look at this. Say hi, Jackie. Alright. So yeah. Also, I'm using this crazy ass gimbal. That's why it's so freaking smooth. Alright, see you. Bye.